When I first moved to Los Angeles for work, I wasn't exactly the most social person. I had always been the type who would rather stay home with a good book, watch a series, or spend the night scrolling through playlists instead of going out. I told myself that I was just tired after long days at my new job, but deep down, I knew I was holding back from really experiencing the city. It all changed one Friday when my coworker and neighbor, Megan, knocked on my door and said, "Emily, you need to come with us tonight. We're all going out, and I'm not taking no for an answer." At first, I hesitated. My natural instinct was to decline politely and find an excuse to stay in, but something in her voice and the sparkle in her eyes told me this was something I shouldn't miss. Against my usual nature, I said, "Yes." And that one word opened the door to one of the most unforgettable nights of my life. Megan introduced me to the group when we all met up at a small cafe downtown before heading out. There was her best friend Lauren, who had an energy that could light up an entire room. Then there was Jake, a friendly guy with a quick wit and an endless supply of funny stories. Tyler was quieter but thoughtful, the kind of person who listened more than he talked. And finally, Mia, who was the kind of girl who could make friends with anyone within 5 minutes of meeting them. They welcomed me in instantly, as if I had been part of their circle for years. Our night began at a local art walk that only happened once a month in downtown Los Angeles. The streets were filled with food trucks, live music, and open-air galleries displaying works from local artists. At first, I felt like an outsider, walking nervously beside them, but as Megan hooked her arm around mine and pulled me toward a mural painted on a brick wall, I started to relax. Lauren snapped selfies with us in front of every piece of art. Jake bought churros for the group and made everyone laugh by pretending he was a food critic, and Tyler explained the meanings behind some of the abstract pieces in ways that somehow made sense. I realized how much I had been missing out by saying no all the time. After the art walk, someone suggested we head over to a rooftop bar nearby. Normally, I would have declined and gone home, but tonight, I kept my promise to myself. I had said yes, and I was going to stick with it. The rooftop overlooked the sparkling skyline of Los Angeles, and for the first time since moving there, I felt connected to the city. The music was lively, the air was cool, and laughter bubbled around us. We ordered sodas and mocktails since none of us were in the mood for anything stronger, and we talked about everything from childhood memories to future dreams. Somewhere between the laughter and stories, I realized how rare it was to find such genuine people. Megan leaned close to me at one point and said, "See? I told you this was better than staying home." And she was right. The highlight of the night came unexpectedly. As we left the rooftop, we heard the sound of live music echoing from a small park nearby. Naturally, everyone wanted to check it out, so we followed the sound and found a local band playing under strings of twinkling lights. People were dancing, couples were swaying, and kids were chasing each other across the grass. Without hesitation, Mia grabbed my hand and said, "Come on." She pulled me into the crowd, and before I knew it, we were all dancing under the stars, laughing, spinning, and letting go of every care in the world. It felt magical. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't worried about fitting in or saying the wrong thing. I was just living in the moment. Hours passed like minutes, and when the music finally ended, we all collapsed onto the grass, catching our breath and looking up at the night sky. Jake cracked another joke that had us laughing so hard we nearly cried, while Tyler pointed out constellations none of us could actually see because of the city lights, but we all humored him anyway. Lying there surrounded by new friends, I felt something I hadn't felt in months: belonging. Eventually, it was time to head home. As we walked back through the quiet streets, Lauren looped her arm through mine and said, "So, Emily, did we cure you of your say no to everything habit?" I laughed and admitted, "Yeah, I think you did." When I finally got back to my apartment, I couldn't stop smiling. That night, I replayed every moment in my head: the art walk, the rooftop, the music in the park, and I realized how important it is to say yes sometimes. Life has a funny way of giving us opportunities, but it's up to us to embrace them. Saying yes that night didn't just give me amazing memories. It gave me friendships that would change my life in ways I never expected. From then on, I promised myself I would stop hiding behind excuses and start saying yes more often. And every time Megan or anyone else invited me somewhere, my answer was always the same. Yes. Because one amazing night showed me that the best moments in life happen when you step out of your comfort zone and open yourself up to the unknown.